or the scaling group.
In
Because when you create an instance, you have to create one by one, right? One by one. If you want to create in different availability zones, if you create a new one, it only gives you the choice to select only one availability zones. You cannot select more than one. So you select one, that's it. You cannot select two, right? It's one. Yeah. So you can create 3 instances here, but all of them are going to be in the same availability zone, right? If you want to create like one instance in 1A, one instance in 1B, one instance in 1C, you will have to use an auto scaling group, right? Which is the one that will deploy the instances based on the availability zones that you choose when you create it, when you create the auto scaling group, right? But if you want to deploy the same instance, well, the same configuration of the instance, what you can do is go and find your image, right? Find your image and copy the image in another region. So we can do is copy the image, copy AMI right here, right?
Yeah.
And select the region where you want to copy that guy, right? So here we can choose Ohio, because I have Virginia, right? And copy the AMI. That's it. So now I can go ahead and move to Ohio, and I will see that in Ohio, there's an image that is being copied, right? Now I can launch an instance with this AMI in this region, which is going to be internally the same, right? The same operating system, the same server, the same everything. The only difference is going to have a different ID because it's a different instance, right?
But can you change the security settings?
Of course you can. Now, once I mean, what I'm doing here is copying the image. I have to create the instance now, right? And in the instance, I can change whatever I want, right? But the image is the same.
Okay.
Right? It's like you have an Ubuntu image and you pass it to me, and I create a virtual machine with the same image, right? Same thing. But in order for you to use an image in another region, you have to copy the image to the other region. Otherwise, you cannot use it, right? Yeah. So it's very simple. You click here and then copy the image. Of course, this is graded out because the image is still in process of being created. But once you can copy this image to another region, and then you can copy image by image by image. I can copy this to Japan if I want to. And in Japan, I would be able to create an instance quite similar to this one. I say quite similar because it has a different ID. Okay, an ID is unique. You can have 2 instances with the same ID, but the configuration and the image is the same. Right?
Is there a charge for custom AMI?
I think so. I think so. Let me check that because that's a good question. There's a charge if you store the AMI in an S3 bucket. That's for sure. Okay. You only charge for the storage of the bits that make up your AMI. There's no charge for creating an AMI. Okay, you created is a 3 process, but once it's created, you charge for it. So EBS-backed AMIs are made of snapshots of the EBS volumes that form the AMI. You will pay storage fees, for those snapshots according to the rates listed here. And this is Stack Overflow. Let's see something from AWS.
2013 information.
Yeah, that's why I like AWS configuration. So documentation. So Yeah, the charges. It's right here. AMI on bill. The charges on your bill. It means that you're going to be charged, right?
Okay, my
So
next question is
I
gonna be like
okay.
when we have AMI in US East 1, and then I wanna deploy EC2 instance from the same AMI or similar in another like US East West 1. And so I need to copy it. So I have two AMIs in two different regions. Am I going to be paying for both of those or just one?
Correct. For both.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is not get one free. Okay. You're going to pay for everything that you have there. Okay. So I'm waiting for this guy to do that. So if I want to describe the image, I can say describe image ID, and then I can go back to this guy here, go back to Virginia and see the AMI ID, right? And here, oh, okay, and that's what I have. Okay, okay, good. So this is my image, machine, false, owner, platform, Linux, run instances, device, snapshot, GB2 false. This, you see the description here. This image contains an Apache server, true, that's the name, UBS. Okay. This is the description of the image. This is a CLI, okay? This is from the CLI, right? It's private, that's why it says public false, okay? Okay, so the CLI is to be able to describe instances. So do I have an instance right now? Let me see. I do have one. So I can say, well, I want to describe an instance. So describe instances. And if I do that, I have the instance ID, right? And image ID, instance ID. The key name is cohort 3 pair. I have the information here, right? I can do so many things here, guys. So many things here with this guy here. Okay. Once I use my CLI, I know how to use my CLI. It's going to be a piece of cake to find things, right? And my instance, right? Okay. Okay, so I hear a lot of silence here. How you guys doing?
Hello?
Just just figuring out stuff.
I'm here, just multitasking.
Okay.
I see something like a snapshot of the EBS volume. Can you create another instance with a snapshot?
All right, just give me 1 second. So now that we have the image here, let me see the image. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna deregister this image, right? And it's gone, okay? Just like we saw in the PowerPoint, if you deregister the image, it disappears, okay? So go back to Virginia. And now this guy, I'm going to go ahead and deregister too. So now I don't need this image anymore. It's gone. All right. So now that I have this guy, what I can go ahead and do is I can okay, so I can go ahead and with this volume here, right?